So I thought it'd be a good idea to show you how the Z-axis is all wired up to the ramps board prior to putting the machine together, just because it's a little bit easier to see. So these wires pass underneath the ramps board and out the other side like this, and the Z-axis sits above like this. All the wires are cable tied in place at this little apex of the platform, and so as the Z-axis goes up and down, the wires are fixed in place while the loom is able to move and guided by this piece of spring steel. So now I'm going to fit the Z-axis, and I've got the machine oriented towards the front, so the arrow pointing this way. Now, getting all of this wiring down into the machine is quite difficult if they're all loose like this. So I'm going to just gather these together and tape a little bit of filament to them. So I'll put a little bit of tape around the filament first. Grab that tape. I'll just gather these together, making sure I've got all of them, and just put a wrap of tape around here. I'm just going to secure that end as well. Now we take our Z-axis and it goes diagonally across here. And I'm going to just pop the wiring in that same orientation that we did in the previous clip. And you can see the filament is coming through there. Now I can grab the filament and pull these wires through like this. So there's the loom there. I've got the Z-axis here. I'm just going to pop this on its side for the minute. So I'm going to take these parts and just super glue the nuts in. Grab a little bit of super glue and just put 2 dobs in. 1, 2, just right in the base, and then get that nut and press it in place. We don't need very much super glue, just a tiny bit, and we don't want to get super glue in that thread. That'll actually stop the machine from working properly. So I'll do this other one. And putting that with the nut facing down and the tab, so nut facing down, the tab at that front edge going into the little slot here. So I'm going to grab 2 little bits of tape and put that nut right in the center and just stick it in place so it doesn't move. And same on this other side. Right in the center. Stick that in place. Now I'm also going to loosen off the belt. It just means these, I can maneuver these in place a lot easier. Now I have to get these into the slot and into that nut. Tip it over like this, and so I'm actually going to wind this all the way down to the bottom of its travel. So to do this, we'll just have to adjust this little limit switch down to the bottom of its travel. I'll just leave it down there. Wind this down all the way. Same for this one. And now we're just going to glue these little guides in. So a little bit of super glue on those leading edges. Careful not to stick your fingers in. And I'm just going to collect the top of that lead screw and put it in that depression, and then push down to seat the plastic part on the top of this stainless steel. So you can see just sitting on that little band of aluminium above the stainless steel. I'll do this with the other one. So that sets. Now we can go back in and put our belt back on. So bridge across these two. That, and then we're just going to tighten the tensioner again. Now when I move the belt, that will lift the Z-axis.